Hey guys, so I'm just going to take a few minutes to give you a quick overview of Silhouette 3D. Yesterday I unboxed and uploaded a video of the Alta 3D printer, and this is the accompanying software. And I thought I would take a few minutes now that I have played with this for a little while and printed a few things to show you how it works for the most part. So when you first launch the software, this is what it looks like. And it looks a lot like Silhouette Studio, and it works a lot like Silhouette Studio. So it's not as intimidating as one might think. So across the top here at the left, we have all the same menu functions as Silhouette Studio in terms of a new document to work with, cutting, pasting, saving files, undo, redo, the things you would typically see. The new options that are up here basically are for you to see your wireframe, a perspective view here, and an orthographic view, and then zooming in and out. And then here on the left are the same tool, or I should say a similar looking toolbar as you would use in Silhouette Studio to draw different shapes or to use text. There's just a lot less of them in this software. So right now I have the select tool chosen, so that's why I have an arrow, but you can also choose to draw shapes on your virtual printing plate here or to type letters. And if you type, you'll get a pop-up where you can type something in the box. So for example, if I typed hello, I could click OK and it will pop up here, and I have the option to change the font to whatever I want. So I'm actually going to undo that to clear my printing plate. Now on the right hand side here, you can see what looks like, again, a lot like Silhouette Studio. You're going to hear me say that a lot because it does look a lot like Silhouette Studio. And we have options to design, 3D print, or to go to the Silhouette store. Now, in design, you will be asked to sign into the Silhouette cloud effectively, and it's going to let you see and use the designs that you've already purchased for Silhouette Studio. So if I were to go to my library and then recent downloads, which is really everything I've ever downloaded. If I select something, and it's probably easier if I select something that's a single design, like this leaf, you can double click it and it's going to ask you how you want to open it. Do you want to import it as an extrusion, a cookie cutter, a jewelry box, a stencil, or a wax pendant? So for this particular design, I'm going to say that I want a cookie cutter. And once I click it, it's going to import the shape for me and render it out as a 3D print. And here with this little cube you see here, if I move it back and forth, you can see what this printout will look like. Now, one of the things that I still have not been able to figure out is how to get the measurements for this out of the metric system. Usually you can go into the preferences in most Silhouette software and change it, and in this one you can't. I am not bothered by the metric system. I usually can convert things pretty easily in my head just because I have a background in teaching math, but it's just something that inherently I don't think of naturally is measurements in the metric system. So that's the only thing I really haven't figured out. Now you can see that this is pretty much ready to go if I wanted to send it to the printer, but I also have the option to make the design bigger or smaller, or to make it taller if I needed a really deep cookie cutter. Continuing up here with our menu, there's the 3D print option. And once you click on it, it's going to take a few minutes slicing the design. And that's where it's building the matrix on the inside. And then it's going to tell you how long it's actually going to take to print and how much material it's going to use. Now, right now I don't have my Alta plugged in, so it says please connect. But if I did have it plugged in, it would say the name of the device and I could hit print and it would go. You have some settings here in terms of the quality you want to use, and you can change the quality by clicking this gear. And then here it actually will launch the Silhouette store. Now, what's different about Silhouette 3D I've noticed is that when you click this, it will launch the Silhouette store in your browser, not in a separate window within Silhouette 3D. So that's just one thing to keep in mind, that if you do download the software, even to play with it, if you click on it, it's going to take you to the Silhouette store in your default browser, be that Chrome or Internet Explorer or whatever. So don't be alarmed if you do click that. And then here down at the bottom, since I am still on this 3D print menu, you actually can see how the design is going to print out as it travels along, and how it's going to build the wireframe or matrix. So I'm going to go ahead and click pause because I don't need to play that all the way out. So I'm going to go back to the design window. You can zoom in and out and still flip your design back and forth. And just like in Silhouette Studio, as you open new things, new tabs are going to open. So since this already existed and I opened it and imported it, it opened a new tab, and the blank one is still there as Untitled. Again, just like Silhouette Studio. So that is a very, very quick review and just a first impression of Silhouette 3D. I am anxious to get started working on some projects, and I'm interested to know what you guys think of the new Silhouette Alta. It's definitely something different to try for crafting projects. And so that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching.